This diagram helps illustrate how TDI, constant velocity imaging, works. Unlike sequential field imaging, where the motion stops at each field of view to acquire an image, in TDI scanning imaging, images are taken on the fly while the stage moves in a straight line at constant velocity. Before we discuss TDI imaging, though, it would be helpful to examine how a CCD sensor takes a normal still image. Each of the squares in the diagram represents a single CCD sensor pixel. For purposes of illustration, we have only drawn 100 pixels in a 10 by 10 array. An actual CCD sensor has millions of pixels. Each pixel accumulates light, which it converts into electrons. At the end of the image, all the pixels in the bottommost row, the horizontal register, pour their electrons one at a time rightward, with the rightmost pixel pouring its electrons into the read amplifier, where the brightness of light of that pixel, now its number of electrons, is read out. After all pixels in the lowermost row have been read out, all of the other rows pour their electrons into the row below them, in what is called a vertical transfer. The new contents of the horizontal register are then read out one at a time, and the process repeats until the entire image has been acquired. So, now we're ready to address TDI imaging. Light from a single point in the sample is imaged onto a single sensor pixel in the middle of the uppermost row. As the sample moves at constant velocity, signals from a linear encoder on the sample stage are used to trigger a vertical transfer at precisely the same time that that point in the image would be about to fall on the pixel in the next row. In this fashion, the electrons from the light of that point in the sample build up in a virtual pixel that crosses the length of the CCD sensor, eventually landing at the far end in the horizontal register, where it is read out as before. TDI scanning imaging is considerably more time efficient, since the sensor is continuously imaging and reading out, with no wasted time spent moving and settling between separate fields of view.